loads of blocks in Minecraft, with more being added in every update. So, in today's video, I'm going to build a periodic table of Minecraft blocks, with a bunch of the original blocks, all in the order that they were added to the game. But in order to do that, we're going to need a huge space. And since science and farms are kind of the same thing, I think I'm going to build the periodic table near the industrial district. It's somewhere I come quite a lot to farm, and there's a lot of space. Now, you can see over here, there are quite a few good spots of empty, fairly flat land. I'm thinking maybe here, because there's not really much built here, so this could be a potential candidate. I don't want to clear too much land, but I could definitely do a bit of terraforming here. So getting sidetracked for a second, we've had mass spawning events on this server before, but this one is incredible. Look how many mobs there are. And I've just put them all into a pen, and this is ridiculous. There are so many pigs and sheep. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. So anyway, I think it is about time we got actually working on this project now. I have marked out the 4 corners of the build, which, by the way, is going to be absolutely enormous. That dirt pillar there is the other corner of this. It's so big. So I'm going to get my pickaxe and my shovel ready and get to work clearing out all of this space for our periodic table. Well, this is taking too long. I've spent like 20-25 minutes on this, and I've only cleared an outline in this area. It's just going to take way too long. I wonder if there's a quicker way to do it. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, look at that. No damage taken at all. Ow. And that, my friends, is the final blocks broken. Wow, this has taken a while, but we have got the whole area cleared. It's utterly desolated. I mean, look at it. It's totally trashed. Okay, I think when I was mending my tools, the Guardian farm may have overflowed. Ow. Oh no, this isn't good. I need to deal with this. Gosh, how am I? Oh, come on, get away. Okay. How am I gonna deal with this? And with all the Guardians cleaned up, it is now time to move on to the next stage of this plan, which is the material collecting. I've first come to the end to make my sand duper a bit bigger and put in this second module, some gravel, so that we can turn these on and get duping sand and gravel. This will then let me craft a bunch of concrete. Time to AFK and leave this running for a bit. So that is a lot of sand and gravel collected. I realised I could have just made concrete powder and duped that, but there we go. That is all of the concrete powder crafted up. Now, luckily on this server, we can convert it very easily. We can just throw it into a cauldron of water, and that converts it all. And that is the final batch, which means that all of the black concrete is converted and collected. The next item on the list is 2 shulkers of terracotta, which I'm going to dye into various colours. And really the only good way to collect all of that is to fly over to the mesa and just mine it all by hand. Well, here we are in the mesa, and I'm going to need to bring a beacon over, I've just realised. But I think this is probably just going to be the method. I'm just going to sit here and mine up a bunch of terracotta. And I think actually I've found the most efficient method. With a tunnel built and haste, I can just run along and really quickly mine up all of the blocks. Well, yeah, that is crazy efficient. I've got so much terracotta from this. This is probably all that I'm actually going to need. Well, I've collected all of the terracotta now. There it is in the 2 shulker boxes, which means we can move on to collecting all the blue dye. I wonder how I could get all of that. And there we go. That is 1 flower farm completely built. So it's not the most efficient, but it is pretty quick, and it can get me some blue dye. So I'm just going to leave it running in the background while I go and mine lapis as another way of getting dye. Well, that is all of the blue dye. It really took a while, but I have now crafted all of the blue terracotta. I massively overcalculated on dye. That's the lime and the light blue. Loads of dye left over. At first, pink dye may seem harder to get. However, in the last update, Mojang added in these pink petals, which you can get really easily from the cherry growth biomes, and you can bone meal them infinitely to get more. I think you can see where I'm going with this. So we can craft up all the pink terracotta. I can get magenta from these. That is all of the magenta terracotta gathered. Well, that is all of the concrete and the terracotta gathered for this build, which means that we can move on to the next stage, where we begin to build the outline and the colours of our periodic table. Let's kick this off with a little time lapse. Well, that didn't take too long. That is looking pretty good. That's super cool. Now we've got the outline and the text up the top with the title. Oh, this is looking so cool. Very scientific. Oh, this is awesome. So I think it is now time to start getting all of the colours into this periodic table. We've built the outline, so all I need to do is grab one colour at a time, keep looking at my picture of a periodic table on my other screen, and fill in all of the colours that we need. So I'm going to do that. Get some of these colours in, and I'll start with the blue and we'll see how it goes. There we go. The blue is all in. We've got it all in now, and I've got to say, this is looking great. This is looking super cool. I'm very glad with the colours. So I'm going to start going on with the light blue terracotta now. Just going to place this all in on the bottom row of the periodic table. And there we go. That is all of the light blue. That definitely hurt my hand, but we've got it all in now. Next row filled in, and this is looking super cool. Time now then to do the rest of the colours in the periodic table. Well, that is most of the colours all in place now. I've only got 2 columns left to do, so I don't know what's going to go on the left, but I know it's green on the right. And there we go. So I was just mining for some deep slate when this happened. Well, what have we here? Some diamonds. This is nice. Okay, silk touch. Oh, it keeps going. Oh, it keeps... What? This is a lot of diamonds. That's 9 so far. What? Okay, I'm sorry. What is this vein of diamonds? This is so big. This must be like 2 veins smushed together or something. 21 diamonds, I think that was. Wow. I've never seen that before. Well, that is all of the blocks for the periodic table collected. I did it off camera. I thought it would just be too boring to show and not really worth it. There are a couple of blocks on my list that I haven't included, however, and there's a very good reason for those. You see, when I made this design, I included every block in the order that it was added, and some of those blocks are ones that were added in the very early development when they were making the base game, including bedrock and monster spawners. What this means is that they are illegal blocks and I will need to get them separately. So I'm going to do that later. We're going to start off with the first blocks ever added to Minecraft. First of all, we're going to have up here in the top, stone. Next, we're going to fly all the way over to the other side, going in order just like the real periodic table, and put down some cobblestone. Nice. Then we have grass and dirt, oak planks, and the oak sapling. Now, so I'm not going to be able to place this on the terracotta. However, I have a plan. I have placed it down in an invisible armor stand, and I've got to say, that looks pretty cool. Mossy cobble, and next to it is bedrock. We don't have that. Sand here and gravel. They were clearly adding the gravity blocks. Oak logs and oak leaves for the trees. Coal ore, iron ore here, some gold ore, and hold on a minute. We can make this look better. There we go. With the old textures applied, the ores look just like they did when they were first added. Block of iron, block of gold, and over here we can have the bricks. They mostly look the same, I think. Alright, we can put a bookshelf here, and obsidian. Then we have the sponge, glass, stone pressure plate, TNT, don't blow that up. I can't place the mushrooms, so I'll put them as armor stands. And I will do the exact same for the daffodil and the poppy. And just down there, we can put the torch. Alrighty, let's keep placing down blocks. We're going to put here the diamond ore, and next to it, the diamond block. That was expensive. And then, oh, hello, Mr. Wandering Trader. I wonder if you've got anything good? Nope. He has not, neither have the llamas. You have no use to me. Bye-bye. Nice. Then we can have the farmland. We'll just till that. The crafting table. A furnace. No, actually, let's change that so it's the right way round. We'll put here a chest and the cobblestone stairs. Next up, the oak stairs. I want this ladder to be floating, but I don't know if I can do that, so I'll put it on glass. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay. Then here we have an oak sign. There's going to be water here and lava here, but I want them to be floating and on their own, so we'll leave those for later. I'll come back to those. And then here will be a monster spawner, but I'll also have to leave that for later because I do not have it yet. But over here, we can put down the regular rail and the oak door. Nice, there we go. All right, moving on. Redstone ore can go there. Next to it, netherrack. I am so glad they changed the texture. That is so ugly. Oh. Anyway, we can have here the clay, and directly next to it, the snow. Then just over here, soul sand. Then I got a phone call asking to speak to the owner of the business. Joke's on them, I am the owner of the business. Then we can have the ice and glowstone. Next to it, the pumpkin, which originally was a carved face on it, which is cool, and the jack-o'-lantern, and finally, the oak fence. It's getting dark, but that does not matter. Now we're going to have the snow layer, and directly next to that, the jukebox. Here would be the sugarcane, however, we can't place it not on sand or not next to water, so I'm going to have to think about that one. Same here, like this would be a cactus, but obviously we can't place it on here, so I might put it on sand. But we'll see. So for now, we'll just put it in there. Then Mojang, we're adding redstone. So let's put down here the redstone dust and the redstone torch. Next up, we have the lever and the stone button. And finally, the stone pressure plate and the oak pressure plate. We're going to have an iron door, infested stone. I'll just have to use regular for now because you can't get infested stone. Then we have the spruce log and the birch log. And then next to those we have the spruce leaves and the birch leaves. And to finish off this row, we have the lapis ore and the lapis block. Let's do these rapid fire now. Stone bricks, mossy bricks, cracked bricks, sandstone, red mushroom, brown mushroom, mushroom stem. Kind of like the old texture. It looks like a ghast. Melon. Now we have all the different wool colours. Light grey, black, brown, orange, yellow, lime, green, and cyan. Fill in this bottom row super quickly. And the last of the normal easy blocks, detector rail. Okay, so those are all of the easy blocks added. And wow, I mean, this looks super cool. This is really good. I'm really, really happy with how this has turned out. However, there are still quite a few blocks that we haven't got. We haven't got any of the illegal blocks, like the bedrock and the monster spawner, and there are a bunch of things down here like saplings that can't be placed on the terracotta.
Naturally, the footage of the hardest part of the challenge corrupted, so you'll have to put up with my best recreation of what happened. Getting bedrock wasn't too hard really. As this user shows, you can go back to an old snapshot version and use a glitch involving the return portal in the end and some end crystals. So I did this, I placed the bedrock in a chest in the nether, and by the way it's Christmas Eve while I'm filming this bit, because I really want to get this video out after Christmas, so yeah, that's why the chest's Christmassy. Anyway, I placed the bedrock in a chest in the nether, I then took that netherworld and I set that as the netherworld for the server. That then meant I could visit the server's nether, which would be the same as the one on the world in the old version. I then travelled to the coordinates where I'd put the chest, and was able to get the bedrock. The monster spawner was even easier. In another snapshot version, the version when the Silk Touch enchantment was first added, I simply had to go to a mob spawner and break it with a Silk Touch pickaxe. It was that easy, and as Puffing Fish shows, it's literally such a simple process. So I did that to get the spawner, and repeated the steps with the nether to get the mob spawner onto the server. I then of course reset the server's nether back to what it had been before, which meant that all of the illegal items were collected. I then gathered the rest of the items, and then my footage stopped corrupting.
I had to go outside to record the final voice edits for this video. Yes, the road's a bit noisy, but my house is way noisier at the minute. Well, I am done with the blocks. I have placed in all of the things that couldn't be placed down as an armor stand. I've got all the little saplings here as armor stands, and I honestly think they look really cute. I really like these. I think they're quite sweet. Maybe saplings should look like that in the game. I don't know. Anyway, I did the floating water and lava. I could do a glitch, but it can be unstable on servers, so I've just put them behind glass panes. That felt like a good enough way to do it, and to do it without causing too much hassle to me and the other server members. So we are now left with the final two blocks, and those are the bedrock and the monster spawner. Now, I could show you the hours that I spent beating the game in old versions and all sorts of wild things just to collect this bedrock and monster spawners. The short version is, it took a long time. I spent a lot of time in old versions, but I have in my inventory the bedrock and the monster spawner. So this is a big moment. Bedrock is going to go down right here. Can never be moved, so I hope I put it in the right place. Then the monster spawner goes right here. Amazing. That looks so cool. And in the new update, they don't now spawn with pigs inside them, so I won't have a wild pig farm now. So there we go. The periodic table is done. All of the blocks and items are in place, which means there is only one thing left that we need to do now. That is to tidy up the area around it. You see, this is a really disgusting mess that I left. I had to clear out the space, of course, but it's really ugly. I think we need a bit of terraforming to clean this all up, and I think we should do that in one last time lapse. Let's hit it. And that is done. Wow. Look at this. This looks incredible. Fully terraformed, fully built. Everything is done. I've packed up my shulk box mess. I've just left this one single chest with all of the items in that I want to keep here. This is really cool. It was a really fun little project, just an idea I had, but yeah, I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for watching. This video has been a ton of fun to record, and I hope you had a ton of fun watching. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.